Welcome. This video tour will introduce you to the history of individuals with developmental disabilities in the United States. However, before we think in detail about how people's perspectives on individuals with disabilities have evolved historically, I'd like to encourage all of you to think about how your own personal experiences have shaped your own interest in this topic. My own introduction to the field occurred when I was 18 years old. I was fresh out of high school and I worked in a residential program for children with disabilities, an institution or an orphanage, even though most of these children did in fact have parents. It was a small program. The group that I worked in included only 7 children. One of the children was this boy you see on the left. He was 6 years at the time and had a diagnosis of autism. The 1.5 years that I spent working in this institution shaped me in many ways. It got me interested in autism, which is sort of the foundation of my research program that I've pursued ever since. But beside this very specific interest in autism, the strongest memories from this time have to do with the experience that the more time you spend with individuals with disabilities, you start to forget their deficits, their disability, the fact that they may not be able to speak, the fact that they may not be able to solve complex problems, and you start to see them as persons, just like everybody else, with their personality, with their strength, their temper, their kindness, all of it. So to me it was striking that by being with people with disabilities, you start to see them as people and not as a person with a disability. I'd like to start with a quick assignment and encourage all of you to think for a moment about your first introduction to the topic of developmental disabilities. Which specific experiences from your own life got you first interested in this topic? Please take a moment, think about it, and write a short description of your experiences in the following prompt.